Hello, welcome. This is Petra from Padmini Astrology, and I'm a tarot reader, certified in Vedic astrologer. That means Indian astrology, and I'm also many other things, but that should not matter. So I just published a live reading in German, but I do like to serve my English-speaking audience as well. First of all, welcome. So I would like to take the opportunity to thank all my fellow light workers, tarot readers, psychics, mediums, and so on and so forth for their incredible work. I personally do enjoy many posts, and I'm really, really blown away by the level of consciousness I can see everywhere blossoming. People are on such great levels. So that's just an amazing thing. And well, let's start. All right. So after we all have survived Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, and from the Vedic perspective, there is also a very, very strong influence of the moon nodes called Rahu and Ketu. This is going on. It started in May this year. It will have a major influence on our lives until October this year. So from the Vedic perspective, that is something really important because these two planets or shadow planets, to be precise, are basically representing karma, and they have been in incredible, difficult constellations with Mars, with Saturn. So all planets which are always pointing out to where action is needed, and Saturn is not the one who is actually the planet which will help us to procrastinate. No, Saturn points out everything that we have to look at, that we should work on, and I try to avoid should, because that's always a word that indicates I don't do it, I don't do enough, I am not enough. So it's not about should, it's actually, sometimes it's an invitation. And if we choose to not follow, we can be extremely sure that Saturn finds a way to point it out very, very dramatically sometimes. And we may even hit rock bottom in some area of our lives just so that we do what we're supposed to do. And July has been about looking at things, realizing things, processing things, working on things, regardless of what we thought it would be like, to really dig deep. And many of us have made this experience. We had to dig really, really deep into our own lives, into our own issues, perhaps looking at some traumas from the past. And this is never a time where you're like, most relaxed and you look only at the positive things. No, first you really go through something. And while you're on the way to process things, to look at things, to learn things, you gain your strength again. And from me personally, I can really say I was completely empty, and now the recovery phase has started, I guess, mid last week. And for a long time, I haven't been that lazy, meaning no energy, had to really shut off everyone and everything, not really going out, doing my things, yes, but not looking for too much of association, just because I needed to regain my own personal powers. So that said, I suggest we start with an angel card. So, dear universe, if you feel like it's time for me to get an information for the general audience about love and romance this week, I would appreciate if you allow me to do that. All right, so let's see what happens and give it a try. Perhaps a card will jump out, or we'll just have to take one. We see what is going to happen here. All right, so nothing is jumping out. That's good. So on your behalf, folks, I just picked a card. Let's see. Very nice. All right. So these cards are written in German, but of course, those of you who already work with angel cards, and I think most of you in the audience know these cards already. So these cards indicate leave it alone. Wow. This is quite a message. Leave it alone. What does it mean? I just try to not be so much in the lights that you see me better. Okay, right. So it is important not to try to control things, to let events happen and occur naturally. And this natural flow of things is disturbed easily by us trying to control situations, by us trying to force things to happen because we think, all right, so this is what it is, and it has to happen exactly this way because I want it this way. Okay, fine. And during the time I spent in India, having had the opportunity to meet extremely saintly people and talk to people, be taught also by people who have a very high vibrating consciousness, they used to make a very nice joke. And that joke is, make your plans and tell them God, and then you will hear him laugh. That sums it up, because as soon as you and I, as we start to interfere the natural flow of things, guess what happens? Yes, we are standing actually in our own way. So we can be our biggest blocks, our most important stumble stones along the path. So basically, nobody else takes the responsibility for our actions than we do. So, girls, especially for you, but also gentlemen, please let it all breathe. This is very important. So that's a nice message from our angels. And I would like to see what else we have as an information. Oh, yeah. This is the Tarot, White Witches Tarot. And I have to say, I really love it a lot. It's really nice. So it's actually, we should not try to not control things. The Ace of Wands indicates action on a different level. And because we had first, don't do anything. So how can this relate, the do card par excellence, with this information? So the doing card indicates that where the area of life where we should actually, where we are invited to put our focus on is work. So the Three of Pentacles, 3 is a number from the Vedic perspective, which is indicating a connection to Jupiter. And Jupiter itself is the planet of grace, of guru, of learning, of teaching, of mercy, of religion, of philosophy, of abundance, of all kinds of opportunities, but on a very, very Paka level. Paka level meaning sattvic, high vibrating consciousness level. So it is also the number for creativity. And that means we are invited to put all our creative endeavors into building our own dream work. So whatever that may be, that can be you're trying to apply for a job which you really like. That is could also be like, okay, you want to be a writer, so yeah, sit down and just start writing. Perhaps you want to take classes and courses, so do so. Just move on with this area of life, because this makes actually perfect sense, because as soon as you take off your concentration of something you cannot control, guess what? Yes, you have more creative energy to access to it, and you can use it for a very good purpose, for your self-development, and to build your own dream life. And of course, I know it's really, you can't hear it anymore. What I'm talking about, guys, my dream life. It is about doing what you love. And how can I say that? Oh yeah, here is the Queen of Cups. So that means the Queen of Cups is absolutely content and happily sitting there, looking at her cup, being really, really in close vibration with her emotions and also with her brain. So both levels are equal. She's completely happy in herself. She's all right. She's doing fine. But first, what she did was taking off her concentration of any kind of romantic or whatever problems, but she focused on what she really wants to reach in her career life. She did something for herself. And in this position, she's sitting here very, very happily, completely in peace with herself, means she can allow herself to let things come to her because she knows that she will be served. She is the queen. So from this perspective, I think that is a wonderful message for this week. Let's see if we do have something else. If we might get something. Oh yeah, look at this. Very nice, very nice. So this means rebirth. And rebirth is also represented by a snake, because we know that the snake actually sheds its skin. And when the skin is shedded, while it sheds its skin, let's put it this way, it's it's really painful, because to go through any kind of transformation is never ever leaving you in a comfortable moment. It is not comfortable. Look at the snake, literally, when it squeezes itself out of its own skin. So it squeezes itself. So guess what happens to you? You squeeze yourself out of your own skin. Hello, I see I have some visitors here. Hi. Yeah. Being reborn, this is something that is a transformational internal process, and every process takes time. Every process is also combined with a mixture of pain and also with happiness. The happiness comes after. So if we go with it for this week, we can really say that the whole process, starting in June already, from June, July, and now August, we will slowly feel the effects in a very positive way. We are reborn. And this reborn means I get out of this whole thing with a brand new set of emotions, hopefully a brand new perspective on life, and I will be able to tolerate things in a very different level. That means I'm probably not ready to let anyone take advantage of me or disturb me in my plans, but I gained the strength to say no, to set healthy boundaries. That's what all the retrograde phases were for, to prepare us for a brand new beginning. But of course, everyone who has ever lost something knows that it's not always a very easy thing to just say, oh, okay, yeah, let me have this new beginning. No, this is the process, and it will really be a very good thing. So guys, this is also a perspective for the longer future. So I guess this will be like October, November, you will feel the complete effect of this. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week and be blessed. I love you. Bye-bye.